So this is my Raptor 700. It's a 2007 model, which is it's not been running 100%. Last time I went out on it, it's like popping and backfiring and shooting flames out, and it just shouldn't be running like that. So I stripped it down last night, and for some reason my camera's not saved any of the footage, so I'm having to pick it back up now. And all I've done is I've took the front bumper off, took the tank off, took the front plastics off, not the bumper, tanks off, seats off. I've just undone them caps to get it to top dead center, and I've took that off so I can see the mark. I don't know if you can see it, there's a line just there, so I need to alter that yet. So yeah, I'm going to check the valves, check the valve clearances to see if that's why it's popping. Last time I had it in bits, a couple of months ago, I stripped it all down. I put new graphics on it, powder coated the heel guards, the back grab rail and the front bumper. So I need to adjust these valves to see what that's doing. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. The last time I stripped it down, I had all the throttle body out. I've had all that cleaned. I've reset the throttle position sensor to see if that would do anything, and it's still popping and backfiring. So I'll check the valves and see if that's it. I might just do a compression test whilst I'm at it. But it starts fine, it runs fine, it's got plenty of power, so I shouldn't really need to test the compression, but seeing as it's in bits, I'll do one anyway. It has got a decompression mechanism on it. That's what that is there. So I've just tried doing a compression test on the Raptor. Well, that's my tester. This bloody shaft won't fit in, obviously where it screws into the plug. It's hitting the top head about here, so it doesn't allow me to get the right angle. So unfortunately I can't do a compression test, which is a pain. So I'll carry on stripping it down, and we can check the valve specs and see what it's at. And I'm hoping it is the valves that are out, because otherwise I'm pretty stumped to what it can be. So I think before I get it to top dead center, I'm just going to take the cam covers off. So you got your intake side, and that cover there is your exhaust side. So I'll whip them off for now. Probably get the drill in this side. They're not very tight. So you can just about see the valves in there. Just do the exhaust side. Right, so I'll get it to top dead centre now. Put a ratchet on there and look for the little lines that are in this. I'd also get that, there's a little line there that needs to line up with that point. Right, I think I'm on it. So you can just see a little timing mark in there. So you want to line it up with that notch. If you go the opposite way, you'll see like a H. So you don't want to line it up with a H. I think that's to do with the spark. So you want that little line bang on. Then you want to make sure your cam timing marks at the top, which it is. You see the line, it's lining up with the point on top of the head. Let's see if we can feel how loose they are. Well, they seem pretty tight. There's a bit of play in that one. Oh yeah, there's a bit in that. They don't actually feel too bad this side. We'll check them anyway. Yeah, there's a bit of play in that. Seems to be more in that one, quite a lot more. So yeah, all you do with these, you undo that 10mm knot there, and you can just put your feeler gauge underneath, tighten that down to the 2 feeler gauge. You just want a little bit of drag as it's sliding in and out. So I'll just pull the specs up, I'll have a look online and see what the spec needs to be. So I'll just had a look at the exhaust, the specs. The intake side needs to be between 0.09 and 0.13, and the exhaust has to be in between 0.16, 0.20. I'll put a picture up now so you can see. So I've got my feeler gauge. That's the maximum it needs to be on the intake, 0.13. So I'll just check it with the maximum size now. It doesn't fit in the left hand side, which is a good sign. It doesn't fit in the right, so I think this is going to be in spec. So the next size down is 0.10. That's perfect. That's perfect. So the intake side is set absolutely bang on, pretty much in the middle of the specs. Right, so I'll check the exhaust side. So 0.16 is the minimum, 0.20 is the maximum. So I always try the biggest size first. Let's just start going down if it doesn't fit in. So that's the maximum, 0.20. That doesn't fit in either of them. So find the next one down. They're awkward, these things. So 0.18. It goes through, but it's a little bit tight. So I think this is bang on as well. I think it's set perfectly. So why is she popping and backfiring? Right, so the next one is 0.15. Perfect. So the valve timing is set absolutely bang on. I have to investigate a little bit more. One more thing I'll say is before you put all the covers back on, give all the surfaces a good clean, a good wipe off. So each cover has got a little seal on there. So I've already wiped these edges down. And then just wipe a bit of grease all the way around the seals. Same with these covers. I've wiped them down and there's a rubber seal. So just rub a bit of grease around them with your finger. And then all the bolts that go back in onto the covers. 10 Newton meters is what you want to tighten them up to. And when you put the spark plug back in, that's about 13 Newton meters of torque. So I've got all the quad back together, and it turns out it wasn't the valves. The valve timing's absolutely spot on. So I'm gonna have to keep diagnosing, see what's going on. I might have to get one of them power commander, like a little tuning box for it, and plug it in and see if I can change the fuel ratios that way. So yeah, I'll look into getting one of them. You see all the graphics shining. All holographic. Thought it was a bit tacky when I put them on at first, but it's growing on me a bit. It does look awesome at night. You know, like the car lights are on it and the street lights.